good to see all of you. I can see some of you through the bright lights, but we welcome you to today's Westland State of the City and Business Awards program. This event is a partnership with the Livonia Westland Chamber of Commerce and the City of Westland, designed to inspire and inform all of us about the good things taking place in our community. Our journey today will include stories about businesses and people who do great things in Westland, and then we will hear from the first State of the City address from Mayor Kevin Coleman. Let's move into our program. Would everyone please rise and be attentive to the presentation of the colors by the Westland Police Department Honor Guard, who will be accompanied by Girl Scout Troop 70272, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Jim beat me to it. Thank you, Honor Guard. Thank you, Girl Scouts. Please remain standing for one more item for the invocation, which will be offered today by Pastor John Duckworth from the Gethsemane Missionary Baptist Church. Pastor.
Shall we pray? Gracious God, I ask that you give the leadership of this city to our mayor and council persons. You bless their leadership, that they lead with compassion and unity. Even when there may be a difference of opinions, allow them to work together. Bless the harmony of the mayor and council persons. Bless the leaders of the city and the various department leaders. Bless the employees of the city. Bless the citizens of the city and the visitors who come to the city. Bless the businesses that employ within the city. Bless the police department, the fire department, and all services that serve the community. And bless the community, O Lord, that it will be an inviting community that shows love to each and every one. This is our prayer we pray now. Amen.
Now you may be seated. Thank you, Pastor. Again, good afternoon, everyone. I am Dan West. I'm the president of the Livonia Westland Chamber of Commerce, and I'll get us through some announcements and then make our awards presentation before we hand things over to the mayor. Let me take a moment to acknowledge the generosity of our sponsors for making this event possible. Please wait until all have been introduced. Consumers Energy, Fossone and Grisco, PLC, Masco Corporation, North Brothers Ford, OHM Advisors, Plant Moran, Smart, Livonia, Trinity Health Livonia, and Westland Car Care Towing. Please thank our sponsors. I hope you're enjoying visiting this venue today. Who's here at Soho for the first time? Who's here for the first time? Looks like at least half from what I can see. The Soho Banquet and Event Center opened about a couple years ago, and we thank Mo Soaba and his team for their hospitality today. We got a great reception after the mayor's speech afterwards out in the hallway. Who here has been impacted by the prolonged closure of Merriman Road in Westland? Who here has been impacted by that? Probably about as many times as the first Soho folks, right? There's been a lot of conversations from people and business owners about that stretch of road between Hines Drive and Warren, right in the heart of Westland, being closed for the past 21 months. The county said there were delays with other issues found and had to be addressed as they got started with the initial work of repairing the overpass bridge. Wayne County officials hope to complete the work and reopen Merriman Road in time by the end of this year. But this is hardly the only project to have some issues that required additional follow-up work. During a renovation at the Smithsonian National Museum of American History in Washington, D.C., a contractor worked with an architect who wanted to bring more natural light to that building. He did this with several skylights and a grand glass staircase. The architect's vision was approved and admired by everyone involved with the project. The team built the staircase as planned. Within a week of the opening, however, the contractor received a phone call asking him to bring some heavy-duty tarps to the museum. They wanted to cover the staircase. Why? They learned some young boys were camping out underneath this glass staircase, and let's just say they're appreciating the view from above. The view was, and nonetheless, the issue was remedied and the issue was repaired. But again, we do see our issues with construction from time to time. Before we get into the awards, I would like to share with you that we are nearly 1 year into the combination of the Westland and Livonia into one Chamber of Commerce. Our nonpartisan nonprofit trade organization serves a shared business community that represents Michigan's 8th and 9th largest cities with a combined population of 180,000 residents and thousands of businesses. With more than 1,200 members, we are the state's 6th largest chamber with a focus on building the future workforce, regional collaboration, and building a culture of inclusion. This past July, we opened a new office on Wayne Road in Westland, which provides meeting space for our members, just like the accommodation we have available at our Livonia office. We offer programming with value for businesses of all sizes, and we invite you to join us for some upcoming events. Let me make you aware of the next couple. Our annual Business Breakfast Roundtable returns to the Marriott Hotel in Livonia on Thursday, October 24th, featuring a discussion of regional and political issues with Detroit News columnist and editor Nolan Finley and former Wayne County Executive Bob Facano. The cost is $25 per person. And our annual membership appreciation reception returns to Laurel Manor in Livonia on Thursday, November 14th, featuring food, drink, and live music from the cover band Power Play. It's basically our big thank you party to our members, and admission is only $10 a person. To register for your spot for this and any chamber event, please visit our website, livoniawestland.org. And now let's move into our business awards. As we recognize our business honorees this evening, it is important to remember that these organizations are more than a building or a product. Each represent a collection of dedicated, community-minded people who enjoy serving their customers and making a difference in Westland. Through a nomination and selection process, we've identified this year's honorees. We begin with the Community Enhancement Awards, which recognize a Westland business or organization that made a recent investment to build a new operation, improve their property's appearance, or upgrade services that notably enrich the Westland community. This year, we have 2 recipients of this honor, starting with the Southeast Michigan Construction Academy. This nonprofit trade school opened its 5th location in Westland earlier this year. The Academy invested $3.5 million into a former big box retail spot on Central City Parkway to develop a state-of-the-art training facility for those young adults interested in learning about basic construction, welding, electrical, and carpentry. Students typically work during the day and take classes at night and draw from several communities across western Wayne County. These skills are in huge demand here in Metro Detroit and support a bigger mission to strengthen the talent pipeline local companies need to keep up with our region's infrastructure needs. We are honored to recognize the Southeast Michigan Construction Academy with a 2024 Westland Community Enhancement Award. Here to accept the award are the organization's president, Keith Ledbetter, and vice president, Deanna Morley.
We are truly moved and honored to receive the Westland Community Enhancement Award. Brought Deanna Morley, our Vice President, and Marissa Downs, our Director of Education, with us today to celebrate this occasion. We wanted to thank Dan West and the Livonia Westland Chamber of Commerce, Mayor Coleman, and the City of Westland. How many of you heard the saying that you don't need to go to college to get a good paying job? The traditional K-12 school system has used college readiness as a metric to define the academic success. And while some young people aren't good at traditional school, they possess remarkable skills working with their hands. SEMCA's new Westland campus is the culmination of a dream that began in 2020. Staff plotted our current student enrollment on a map of Southeast Michigan, and we recognized that we had few enrollees in Livonia, Westland, and the downriver communities. We were looking to locate a brand new campus in a community within close proximity to the expressway, a community with proud blue-collar roots. We wanted a location that would welcome a trade school. We chose Westland. We launched our school with a soft opening in January, and just a few short weeks ago, for the first time, we launched our fall classes. We were overwhelmed with the response. 125 students are attending classes at Westland in year 1. That's 125 young people from Westland and the surrounding communities starting their careers in the skilled trades, doing something that they can be proud of. They, too, now have a path to a good-paying career. Thank you to the city clerk, Richard LeBlanc. His initial support ensured that we ended up in Westland, which was not always a guarantee. And a special shout-out goes to the Wayne Westland School District, who have been tremendous supporters and partners with us from the very beginning. We feel very welcomed. Since SEMCA's grand opening, we found ourselves privately remarking several times, wow, we found the perfect community to open a trade school. Thank you for this recognition, and thank you to Dan West, the Livonia Westland Chamber, and Mayor Coleman and the City of Westland. Thank you.
Our second Community Enhancement Award goes to the Griffith Veterinary Hospital. Griffith constructed a new 5,000 square foot building on the corner of Ford Road and Carlson, which opened earlier this year. The vet hospital had operated next door in a smaller, outdated building that was less than half the size since it opened in the early 1980s. The old building was raised to make room for more parking. The new building provides more capacity for 2 additional vets and double the exam rooms to provide holistic and traditional dog and cat care for loyal clients in Westland and to meet the growing demand for new clients across Metro Detroit. The $1.4 million investment produced prominent wood features in the new construction, making Griffith the first mass timber vet hospital in Michigan. We are honored to recognize the Griffith Veterinary Hospital with a 2024 Westland Community Enhancement Award. Here to accept our Griffith's managing vet, Dr. Selena Lucas, and practice manager, Amy Chapman.
Thank you so much. This has been such an honor. We weren't expecting it. Really, the shift into the new building was to give our staff and our clients and our patients a more enjoyable, less hospital feel to the building. So there's a lot of light. The mass timber, as Mr. West alluded to, is amazing, and a lot of plants. We really enjoy welcoming people into our new space. And very much grateful to the City of Westland for cooperating with us, selling us the land right next door to our hospital, our original location, so that we could stay in Westland and very easily make that transition. It's been quite a legacy with Dr. Rogerson and Dr. Real, who'd been in that building for so many years, almost 40 years, and then the Griffiths before that we did not want it to close, and we wanted it to stay in Westland, and we're very, very grateful for this award.
We appreciate the recognition. Thank you.
The Outstanding Large Business of the Year Award recognizes a Westland company with 50 or more employees that developed an exceptional business reputation while making extraordinary contributions in and around the Westland community. This year, we honor Westland Car Care Towing. This automotive operation has existed in various forms in Westland for 5 decades, and it is based on Hicks Road between Ford and Warren today. The company's team of 50 employees respond to some 40,000 towing calls a year, primarily in Westland, Garden City, and Canton. Owner Doug Howand, who has been involved with the operation for 40 years, trains his staff with technical expertise, communication skills, and empathy because, quote, "we are meeting people who are having their worst day," he said. This combination has led to Westland Car Care Towing receiving satisfaction ratings from at least 94% of its customers, according to AAA Michigan. Westland Car Care Towing is also a frequent contributor to many causes in Westland, including events that support schools, veterans, first responders, senior citizens, and other charities. We are honored to recognize Westland Car Care Towing with the 2024 Outstanding Large Business of the Year Award. Here to accept the award is the company's proprietor, Doug Howand.
Good afternoon, all. I'm not really much of a public speaker, as you'll find out here in a few seconds. It's a great honor to serve our great city. It's a privilege to help people in our city and other surrounding communities. I'd like to thank Dan for this recognition award and all others that have contributed to this possibly happening. I'd also like to congratulate the mayor on his first State of the City, which I'm sure it's going to be one of many. Again, thank you all.
The Outstanding Small Business of the Year Award recognizes a Westland business with 49 or fewer employees that developed an exceptional business reputation while making extraordinary contributions to the Westland community. This year we honor the Dance Academy. This dance studio, based in Westland Mall, has been owned by Amber Gilbert since 2001. She grew up loving dance, active in it through her youth, studied it in college, started teaching dance as a young adult, and eventually acquired the dance business. Through hard work, networking, and connecting with local kids interested in dance, Amber has grown her school to serve 300 to 400 students each year, plus 100 students involved in summer programs. Her staff of 12 people have a deep connection to the mission as they include her former instructors and those who learn to dance from her. The Dance Academy serves students of all skill levels with instruction in jazz, ballet, hip-hop, and other dance disciplines. The Academy also provides competitive dance opportunities and experiences for neurodivergent students. Amber is also often outside of her studio to provide free dance lessons and engagement at schools, holiday gatherings, and other community events. She said she loves those events simply because they put a smile on people's faces. We are honored to recognize the Dance Academy with the 2024 Outstanding Small Business of the Year Award. Here to accept the award is the company's proprietor, Amber Gilbert.
Thank you so much for this. The Dance Academy's mission is based around community and people, what we can invest in people, time and love. So this means so much to not just me, but our entire staff. We didn't get here alone, so I'd like to thank a few people. Organizations that opened up opportunities for us to get out in the community and invest in the people like we want to do. We couldn't have done this without them. The City of Westland, especially the Parks and Rec Department, the City of Wayne, the Wayne Westland Schools, all the PTOs and PTAs we work with, Bright Futures After School Program, Relay for Life, Gateway Worship Center, and the Westland Rotary Club have all played a huge part in allowing us to continue our mission and help build the next generation into kind, confident individuals. I would also like to accept this award on behalf of my staff because I don't do this on my own. I have the most fabulous staff that I actually call family. There's so much more to me than just a staff. Most of you know DJ Lutello. He's at all the events with me. Yeah. But alongside him, I would like to accept this for, in no particular order, Portrea, Kara, Christina, Arleth, Kim, Lisa, ML, Maddie, Chrissy, and John, who all play a vital role even if it's not out in front of the public where you see them. We're just getting started, and we're looking forward to so many more opportunities in the future to invest in our community and our families and the kids in this community. So thank you so much, and we will see you out and about or in the studio, or wherever you want to meet us. Thank you.
We have one more honor to hand out today with the presentation of the Westland First Citizen Award, an honor recognizing a Westland resident for sustained difference-making contributions in the community. This award has been given to worthy residents for just about every year since 1986. These are people who lead without authority and make things happen in life without a title. This year's honoree was selected through a nomination and selection process coordinated by the City of Westland and the Livonia Westland Chamber of Commerce. Past winners of the Westland First Citizen Award are listed on the back of your programs on your tables. We ask that all previous recipients of the Westland First Citizen Award who have joined us today, can you please stand so you can be recognized? I know there's a few of you here. Yeah. Put it back there. It is now time to acknowledge the latest addition to this incredible group, Lakisha Maxwell. Lakisha has become an active volunteer in many areas of the Westland community over the past 5 years. She immediately felt the importance of her work when she partnered with other volunteers to pack meals for military veterans in need. This helped her appreciate Westland's community needs and drove her motivation to find others who needed support. This led her on a journey onto many community boards and service groups, such as the Westland Democratic Club, the Western Wayne County NAACP focused on veterans programs, her sorority Alpha Kappa Alpha, and the Michigan Order of the Eastern Star. She also gained appointments to the Westland Municipal Bureau Service Board, the Westland Housing Board, and the Norwayne Community Citizens Council. Through her involvement, she would identify people who needed things and just buy them anonymously. Quote, she said, "It is horrible when you learn that kids don't have school supplies or clean clothes for school or veterans going hungry." She added that she feels satisfaction in helping people at least solve this problem for this moment. She also ran for the Democratic nomination for the Michigan House of Representatives this summer. While she was not successful, she enjoyed meeting people and connecting them with voting information and community resources. Lakisha has been a resident of Westland for 14 years. She holds 2 college degrees, and she works as the Wayne County Public Health Project Director. She is motivated by advice given by her late mother and late grandmother, who inspired her to move beyond her comfort zones to make things happen for her life and for others. She says she is not looking for recognition for her work, but she has admirers who believe she is a worthy recipient of the Westland First Citizen Award. For her extraordinary contributions to people in need in Westland, it is our privilege to recognize Lakisha Maxwell with the 2024 Westland First Citizen Award, and we invite her to the stage.
Wow. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I am truly honored and grateful to receive this award. A heartfelt thanks to the committee, Livonia Westland Chamber of Commerce, and the City of Westland for this recognition. And to my family, mentors, and friends for their support and belief in me. It is with humility that I stand before you today to accept this award. It will occupy a special place in my heart, as it enforces my commitment to strive for excellence in my work and excellence for the City of Westland. It's a reminder that patience and persistence pays off, and for that, I am thankful. I'm reminded of the unwavering commitment of many others who have helped Westland to grow. Each step was fueled by passion, resilience, and a pursuit of a better life for all. Some of these people are members of Municipal Bureau Service, Westland Housing, Norwayne Community Citizen Council, and many other civic organizations in our town. They also include everyone in this room today. This award is a testament to the power of collaboration and support that has created something wonderful in Westland. I'm glad to be a part of this community. Let's keep it moving forward. I would like to express my deepest appreciation to my family, whose support has been my anchor. My mom and grandma were 2 strong women who I admired, respected. They inspired me to pursue my aspirations. My mom used to say, "You will never know if you don't try." My grandma often told me, "I can do whatever I put my mind to." Their belief in my potential has fueled my determination to assist Westland families to have a thriving, prosperous community. I remain committed to seeing Westland grow, to evolve, and to strive for greatness. As we collectively celebrate this moment, let us continue to dream, to test boundaries of what is possible, and to leave a lasting impact on our city. In closing, I dedicate this award to the future of Westland and to those who believe in the power of passion and purpose. May we continue to inspire, innovate, and make a difference. Thank you once again for this incredible honor.
Can we have another round of applause for all our winners today? You can personally congratulate our winners in person during a reception after the mayor's speech this afternoon. Now we'll move forward towards that program. In working for a Chamber of Commerce, one of the most common interactions we have with a mayor is during grand openings. We have partnered with Mayor Kevin Coleman and his team to cut many ribbons in Westland over the past year. But the first grand opening our team did with then Mayor-elect Coleman was unforgettable. Last November, we gathered for the grand opening for LIV Cannabis for their newly constructed store on Ford Road. And company president Mike Elias invited Mike Tyson for the occasion in a joint promotion to highlight the legendary Champion Boxers product line. It was surreal and kind of scary when you shake the man's hand and consider all the damage he did in the ring. But as you can see in these pictures from last November, it was a cool experience for all of us to meet him, and it was to have him in Westland that day to cut the ribbon. Now it is my honor to introduce someone else who met the champ on that day, and he's also known for some of his battles in the political ring throughout his career. He ended his 23-year career on the Westland City Council earlier this year to join Mayor Coleman's administrative team. He will introduce the elected officials and other dignitaries before the formal introduction of the mayor. Please welcome to the stage Westland's Deputy Mayor, Jim Godbout.
Thanks, Dan, and good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today for Mayor Kevin Coleman's first State of the City address. But I'd like to begin by recognizing the dignitaries that have joined us today. And if you would, please, when I call your name, please stand to be recognized, and if we could hold the applause until the end, I would appreciate it. From Representative Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib's office, Michael Cobb. A representative from Governor Whitner's office, Victoria Houston. State Senator Dana Polhanke. State Representative Peter Herzberg. State Representative Dylan Wegela. Wayne County Executive Warren Evans. Wayne County Sheriff Raphael Washington. Wayne County Commissioner Glenn Anderson, 18th District Court Judge Sandra Ferrant-Cicerelli, 18th District Court Judge Mark McConnell, City Clerk Richard LeBlanc, Council President Mike McDermott, Council President Pro Tem Melissa Sampe, City Councilwoman Emily Bauman, Councilman Delano Hornbuckle, Deputy City Clerk Shannon Inman, the Wayne Westland Community Schools Acting Superintendent Jennifer Curry, Wayne Westland School Board Secretary Melanie Hines, Wayne Westland School Board Treasurer Kimberly May, Livonia Schools Administrator of Communications Stacy Jenkins, Wayne County Community College Trustee Sharon Scott, Canton Township Supervisor Anne-Marie Graham Hudak, Dearborn Mayor Abdullah Hamoud, Garden City Mayor Mark Jacobs, Inkster Mayor Byron Nolan, Livonia Chief of Staff Dave Varga on behalf of Mayor Maureen Miller-Brosnan, Wayne Mayor John Racy, Inkster Councilman Steve Chisholm, former Westland Mayor Gene McKinney, former Westland Mayor Trav Griffin, former Westland Mayor Michael Landau, and then all the people from the City of Westland's administration, the union presidents and its members, and the Westland Board and Commission members. Thank you all for attending this event. It's been my pleasure to work with Mayor Coleman since the beginning of his political career when he was first elected to the Westland City Council in 2014. In 2018, Mayor Coleman was elected to the Michigan House of Representatives, where he served 3 terms. In November of 2023, he was elected as the 10th mayor of the city of Westland. I was honored when Mayor Coleman asked me to serve as his deputy mayor. Mayor Coleman went to work on day one, shaping his vision for the future of our great city, which you will hear about right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to please introduce and give a round of applause for our mayor, Kevin Coleman.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hey, first of all, one more round of applause for those great Girl Scouts. Great job on the Pledge of Allegiance. Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2024 Westland State of the City Address. It's an honor to stand before you today as we reflect on the progress we've made and envision the future of our beloved city. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here and for your ongoing commitment to the success of our great city. As I look back on the past year, I'm filled with pride and gratitude for all that we've accomplished together. Our city has faced challenges, but through our collective efforts and unwavering spirit, we've emerged stronger and more united than ever before. Today, I'll be breaking down the accomplishments that we've made the past year, and I'm excited to share all the great things that we've been working on. We know that in order to be successful, our city needs an ample amount of emergency services to help our residents in their most vulnerable times. That's why I'm proud that our administration has allocated a record amount of funding for public safety, with a substantial portion of that dedicated specifically to our fire department, led by Fire Chief Darrell Stamper. This investment represents not just a financial commitment, but a profound dedication to the safety and security of every person who calls Westland home. Our fire department has long been a pillar of our community, responding to emergencies with courage and professionalism. However, in order to maintain the highest standards of safety and effectiveness, we recognized that additional resources were essential. And over the last year, we've increased our fire department staffing to 91 total personnel, which is the highest ever in City of Westland history. This means 2 more fire trucks and ambulances in service each and every day. It means shorter response times, and more specifically, we've cut response times down by almost a minute, from 8 minutes and 42 seconds to 7 minutes and 50 seconds. And we know that in these life and death situations, every second counts. We've also purchased new state-of-the-art life-saving equipment, including 15 automated external defibrillators, new stretchers, thermal imaging cameras, extraction tools, air monitoring devices, saws, and fans. Our fire department's also received over $200,000 in grant funding for new protective firefighting gear. And in my former position, last year as state representative, we were successful in securing $7 million with the support of our legislative partners in Lansing and the governor's office to fully fund the construction of a brand new fire station number 2 at Merriman and Warren Road, which will be the home to our new fire administration building, as well as a state-of-the-art training facility, not just for Westland, but for our surrounding communities as well. The groundbreaking for that will be happening next week on September 26th. I invite all of you to come, and we're really looking forward to that historic moment in our city. I'm also thankful to State Senator Dana Polhanke State Representative Peter Herzberg and Representative Wagella, as they worked hard in Lansing to bring back $3.5 million for our fire department in our most recent state budget so that we can reconstruct Fire Station number 4. That's on Palmer, just east of Newburgh. So out of our 4 fire stations, we're rebuilding 2 of them, brand new, state-of-the-art. And we're not stopping there. Our goal is to make Westland the safest city in Southeast Michigan from a firefighting, EMS, life-saving standpoint. Our plan is to continue to build on this sturdy foundation for years to come. Let's give a round of applause for our firefighters. Now, we can't talk about public safety without highlighting the great work of our Westland Police Department, led by Police Chief Kyle Dawley. They're constantly working to ensure that Westland is safe and secure. Our police department has undertaken new and innovative ways to reduce crime, and they've continued working with their embedded social worker, who is a behavioral health clinician that responds with our officers for those who are in crisis. With 2 community police officers who attend functions around the city, they're here tonight. You might have seen them around town. And they listen to the residents. They go to city events, and they put a friendly face on our police department. They meet residents right there in their neighborhoods and listen to issues personally. I'm also pleased to announce that crime rates are down in key areas as well. Robberies down 17%, burglaries down 15%, and vehicle theft is down 32%. We know that these are critical times where law enforcement recruiting numbers are low. Agencies around the country are facing challenges getting staff. But despite this, we were able to secure and hire 4 additional officers on a federal COPS grant. And I'll add that this doesn't mean that we just accept whoever applies. Our police officers take pride in wearing the Westland Police badge and uniform. And those who continue the legacy of our department need to be of the utmost character in order to represent our city in a respectful manner. Our police department is currently the most diverse it's ever been as well, with 15% of our workforce being female at this time. They actually had to expand the locker room at the police department in order to accommodate the larger number of female officers on staff. And this is just the beginning of how I see our police department growing over the future years. I know the future will bring even more opportunities for growth, and with diversity in the city of Westland at an all-time high, I fully plan to continue the progress we've made by supporting new and diverse candidates within our police. With an exceptionally trained force, we'll make sure the city of Westland stays safe and secure for years to come. Now, working in partnership with our police department is our Youth Assistance Program led by Director Paul Motz. This program was established over 30 years ago with the support of now Judge Sandra Farron Cicerelli. This community-based organization empowers youth in our city to reach their full potential through supportive guidance, educational resources, and community engagement. In 2024, this program received a $1.3 million grant from Wayne County to continue to serve Westland and its surrounding communities. Westland Youth Assistance also works closely with local judges and schools to address school truancy issues and assist school-age kids in improving their attendance and academic performance. Now, as we're making historic investments like this in the city, we have to remain fiscally responsible so that we can continue this prosperity for years to come. And that's why I work closely with Deputy Mayor Jim Godbout, Chief Finance Officer Steve Smith, Budget Director Dan Block, City Controller Devin Adams, and with the support of our Westland City Council and working closely with them, we adopted a 3-year balanced budget which was passed unanimously. There are many great wins in this budget for our city. However, I'd like to touch on just a few that will elevate our city services. This budget allocates substantial funding to enhance the capabilities of our police and fire departments, which I just touched on. This will ensure they remain well-equipped to serve and protect our community going through the future. In addition, our police department will receive new investigative technologies. I always say our police here in Westland are very tech-savvy. They have got a lot of great tools at their disposal. Significant investments will also be made in the city's parks, including Cayley Park, Corrado Park, Stottlemyre Park, and Curtis Woods. These upgrades will provide residents with improved recreational spaces, and I'll expand a little bit more on this later. We followed through on a strategic restructuring plan in our budget as well, targeting the building and planning, public services, and police departments aimed at enhancing efficiency within our city. During conversations on the budget, we realized that some of our departments were top-heavy. And so what we did was we were able to reorganize these departments to have less staff in the office and put more police officers out on the street, have more efficient building inspections, and have more public service employees out in our neighborhoods helping residents out. We've also reduced the backlog of inspections, and we've lowered operating costs significantly by bringing the building department, led by Building and Planning Director Mo Ayoub, and building official Roger Shiflett back in-house to City Hall versus contracting it out. Not only does the current budget fund our fiscal year, but it also focuses on a future outlook to keep our city running smoothly and efficiently for you in the long term. I was able to work closely with our finance team in conjunction with the economic development team on our premier summer event. Many of you were there. You know it as Blues, Brews, and Barbecue. This is always a hit for Westland and its surrounding communities, and for 2024, we did things a little bit differently. We teamed up with Jonathan Witz and Associates, which is the team responsible for the very successful Arts Beats and Eats out in Royal Oak. And with countless options for food, drinks, and good music, I think everybody there could say they had a great time and a lot of fun. This year brought a record turnout of attendees, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we can continue to make this bigger and better for years to come. Now, economic development sits at the heart of our local economy. That's why I knew we needed the right person at the helm to foster business investment and growth here in Westland. And with Alex Garza leading the team as Chief Business Officer, I knew we were going to see results sooner rather than later. With new full staffing in our department, it shows our administration's commitment to attracting new investment in the long term. We have a new business retention coordinator, a new administrative assistant, and we filled the long outstanding position of business attraction coordinator. Bringing businesses to Westland, recruiting them, seeking them out versus waiting for them to come has been our motto for economic investment over the last year, and we've already seen this take shape with over 30 ribbon cuttings and grand openings since I took office last November. From dental offices to bakeries to jiu-jitsu gyms, Westland has a space for every kind of business to thrive. Our most recent ribbon cutting was right here near Westland Mall in the former Panera location and Tepley Baklava. This is right in the heart of our business district, and I know this is a topic on a lot of our residents' minds, Westland Mall. Now, the mall has been a centerpiece of our city for decades. It's actually where the name of our city came from, if you don't know that. It was Nankin Township up until 1966. Livonia, our friendly neighbor to the north, was going to come in and annex a piece of Westland, and the residents got together. They had to put it on the ballot to incorporate a city, and they needed a name really fast, so they came up with Westland and named it after Westland Mall. So I think we're the only city in the country named after a mall. That's a story I tell when I'm out and about in other parts of the state. We've been having conversations about our mall quite a bit here at City Hall this year. And we've been meeting with potential investors to form a vision for this future development. We're also going to continue to market the mall for mixed-use development and other creative options, and I'm happy to share that we're making progress in this area. I'd also like to mention that our city's newest community gathering space is currently underway, and that is the Nankin Square and Amphitheater project between the mall and the fire station and City Hall. And with the support of the Westland Tifa Board, Wayne County, the state of Michigan, and the federal government, we're combining funding to make this dream a reality. This will provide a bustling area for all Westlanders to enjoy and to be proud of, with green spaces, walking paths, and an outdoor amphitheater. I really see it as a kind of town square and a creative space where the community can come together. Now, in order to visit our parks, you have to use our roads. We all know that good roads are vital for safe travel, efficient commutes, and economic activity. They connect us to jobs, schools, and services. When roads are in poor condition, it's not just bumps and potholes. It's about potential hazards, delayed deliveries, and decreased productivity. It has a negative effect on our local economy. So that's why we're investing in road maintenance and improvements at a record rate. We want to ensure that our daily journeys are safe and reliable for all people who live here and travel here. Our Department of Public Service Director, Ramzi El-Garib, has applied for and was successful in obtaining over $1.9 million in state funding this year. This grant money will cover resurfacing projects, sidewalks on Merriman Road, and infrastructure upgrades at 42 intersections throughout Westland. This investment will make Westland safer for drivers, pedestrians, and bicyclists for years to come. And I cannot stress enough the importance of seeing these various grant funds assist in major infrastructure improvements throughout Westland. Now, it goes without saying that clean, reliable water is something we kind of take for granted. But it's a cornerstone of public health. Aging pipes and outdating systems can lead to contamination and service interruptions. By upgrading our water infrastructure, we safeguard our health and enhance our quality of life. In conjunction with Wayne County, our DPS has invested over $6 million in upgrades to our water infrastructure in 2024. This funding will make sure sewers and water lines keep flowing, no matter what, even when it's raining cats and dogs, who I'm sure are really glad to be in Michigan, rather than another state. We'll just say Ohio, for example. I'm also excited to announce the return, with the support of Westland City Council, of year-round residential bulk pickup service, which will eliminate the need for having to call in to schedule pickups. This service will improve efficiency, it'll clean up our neighborhoods, and it'll make it just all around easier on our residents. So starting this fall, you can put your bulk items in bags on the curb during the week of recycling pickup, and that's all you got to do. You'll be all set. Now, another thing that goes without saying, and we've all struggled through this, power grid reliability. I've made it a point to meet this challenge by frequently getting with DTE. I met them as recently as last week. I met them the first week I was mayor, and we've probably met about a dozen times since then. We're getting really specific about what they're going to do to fix this issue for our residents. Here's a 4-point bit of information, and we'll move on to this. This is what they're doing in our community. So downed trees and branches account for 60% of the time customers are without power. Westland is on schedule to have all trees in the right-of-way trimmed on a 5-year cycle, which they're making their way through and almost done with here. It's industry standard. DTE will continue to prioritize areas with below-average reliability for grid improvements. And older portions of DTE infrastructure in Westland are also being prioritized for upgrades. They are also implementing a new technology called automation, which will reduce the amount of customers out of power and reduce the number of crews needed to address outages. The importance of our infrastructure cannot be understated, and this administration will continue to work hard along with City Council to update existing infrastructure and add the newest framework available to us today. Another way that we're building a stronger Westland is through our Housing and Community Development Department, led by Director Joanne Campbell and her team over at Jefferson Barnes Community Vitality Center. They work hard each and every day to bring great services and programs to life. Her team is in charge of managing Westland's federally funded CDBG Community Development Block Grant funding, home and housing vouchers. These programs provide a variety of services for our residents. This year, we received $1.1 million in home ARP rental rehab funds to assist unhoused families with affordable rental housing. The city works with several housing providers in the Norwayne subdivision, providing rehab-deferred loans and removing blighted properties. Approximately 25 unhoused families will benefit from this program this year, with housing vouchers provided by the Westland Housing Commission. Hagira Health, Great Futures, and Escott Youth Development host a camp each summer for over 100 youth within our area. The campers are able to enjoy interacting with other children their same age in a safe and welcoming setting away from home. Highlights of this camp include working on the Westland Community Garden, learning camping activities at Vinoy Dorsey Park, visits from the Westland Police and firefighters, and many other great activities. Now you can see there, and some of you already know this, I grew up playing piano, and I still love to play as much as I can today. Jefferson Barnes did something kind of interesting this year. They did a public piano initiative where they brought a piano out of retirement, and this wasn't my idea, by the way. Joanne came up with this one. And what they are doing is they're part of an international movement to provide access to public music and pianos. So the summer campers painted it at Jefferson Barnes and graciously invited me to come and play and share in the joy of music with them, and we had a great time. Finally, I'm excited to add that Wayne County Parks is making a big investment, and we're grateful to our friends in Wayne County. I want to highlight our Wayne County executive here, Mr. Warren Evans. Thank you for being here. So they're spending millions of dollars in Westland right now, and one of the things they're doing is adding access to walking trails, improved walking paths along the Rouge River, and the construction of kayak launches at Merriman and Vinoy Roads. This is going to be great for our residents. And as you probably know, as a resident of Westland, I live right near Wayne and Marquette area. I love our parks. I'll walk through my neighborhood to get to the parks. I like to get outside and get a little sunshine. And I enjoy the outdoor amenities that our city has to offer. And so I wanted to highlight a few ways that Parks and Rec Director Kyle Mulligan and I have partnered to focus on our park system this year. This year, with support of City Council, we were able to add an assistant director to our Parks Department. This expansion allowed us to broaden our horizons and elevate the services we provide to you. With more dedicated team members, we're able to offer a wide array of programs, events, and activities. And we believe that by investing in the vibrancy and health of Westland's people, we're investing in Westland's future. Our commitment to improving our parks has never been stronger, and thanks to the American Rescue Plan, we have been able to undertake several important improvements across our park system. These upgrades include new parking lots at Stottlemyre and Curtis Wood Parks, replacing amenities with ADA accessible playground and workout equipment at Cayley and Corrado Parks. And I'm excited because these investments are designed to create more inviting and functional spaces for all of our residents, no matter who they are or where they live, to enjoy throughout the year. I'm also excited to share that the Parks and Rec team has taken over full operations of our Westland Farmers Market. Although it's coming to a close for this season, we've worked hard to expand vendor options, introduce new events, and create a vibrant atmosphere for all to enjoy. The Westland Farmers Market will continue to be a place where you can find fresh local produce and unique goods while enjoying a sense of community and connection for years to come. I also plan to invest and further utilize our Westland Historic Village Park. This beautiful part of Westland can be used for public events, weddings, resident gatherings, and a whole lot more. I love our history of our city. Actually, when I became mayor, the day after I was elected, a reporter from the Wayne Westland Observer called me and she said, pick a place anywhere in Westland that means a lot to you. And I had to think about it for a while. I wasn't sure. I was kind of still getting over, I probably only slept 3 hours that night. I had to get up in Lansing the next morning as a state rep. And so I'm thinking, where am I going to meet her? So I thought about the history of our city. I said, let's meet at Nathan Mills. We have so many great historic sites in our city. And as mayor, I want to do more to work with City Council to highlight the history of our city. So as we look to the future, let's not forget our past. As you can see, there's quite a few things we're working on. However, a lot of these great ideas came from you, the residents. When I came into office, one of the most important things we focused on was fostering a transparent and open conversation between City Hall and residents. And that's why, right off the bat, I started my 2024 Mayor's Listening Tour. The listening tour was really special to me. And we know politicians can talk all day. I only got about 3 more hours to go, guys. Some of the best conversations and feedback comes right from the residents. You know, I really value the feedback of my team and city staff, but residents have given us so many productive ideas. And so what we did is we took this listening tour on the road, and we made 9 stops so far this year. And we try to do one every month. But they're at various locations throughout the city because we want to make sure it's accessible to residents in every part of town, no matter where they live. So we started out at Jefferson Barnes Community Vitality Center in the Norwayne community. We made our way to City Hall. We did the library. We did various senior homes. And then we moved into the parks in the spring and summer for outdoor conversations, which has been really nice. And I want to tell you that each conversation, whether it was about a specific issue or broader vision, has provided us with valuable insights and perspectives. After every listening tour, our team gets together, we look at the notes that we take, and we go over the questions and comments. And what we do is we'll assign a director to each issue. We'll follow up with those parts of town, those residents, and I'll try to weigh in directly and see what I can do, but we really try to assign city staff to tackle those issues. And I'll give you one example of one thing that came up this year that I was really pleased with. We were in the north end of town. I think it was at Corrado Park, and a resident brought up the school kids were getting picked up in the morning at the corner of Ann Arbor Trail and Gilman Street in the complete darkness. And she asked if we could do something about it. So what I did was I reached out to our DPS director who got with DTE. They were able to connect and get a street light up on that corner ASAP. So our kids are getting picked up in a well-lit area. They're safe and secure while waiting for their school bus. Now, as we move forward, I want to assure you that these listening tours are not just a one-off. They're not a gimmick. It's an ongoing commitment to staying engaged with you, the residents. Your voices will continue to shape our administration's priorities and actions into the future, and I encourage you to keep sharing your thoughts, concerns, and ideas with us. Together, we'll address the challenges we face and seize the opportunities that lie ahead. One of the stops we made at our tour was at the Westland Public Library. And I was extremely grateful for Library Director Jennifer Roth's hospitality, especially since the prediction of 30 attendees tripled when I walked in and there weren't enough seats for everybody. But we figured it out and we got another room and they were very accommodating to us, so we appreciated it. But I was excited because the library recently just went through a big renovation, so it was a chance for residents who might not have otherwise been there recently to come in, see the new amenities, see the new rooms and offerings. They were able to check out the expanded collections, services, and everything the library has to offer. And really, a library is a crown jewel of our city, so I can't tell you how much I want to partner with Jennifer Roth. We talked quite a bit about their strategic plan, which they're embarking on, which includes listening to fantastic ideas and suggestions from Westland residents so we can highlight their vision for our library. The library is not the only place in our city that offers classes for residents. Our Westland Friendship Center is immensely popular and has a variety of classes for seniors. Some of those examples are self-defense classes, workout classes, diabetes education, computer classes with Wayne County Community College, and fraud prevention. Our seniors are a vital part of what makes Westland great, and that's why I've invested so much effort into creating a space that is open, welcoming, and accessible for all of our seniors. With the retirement of former Senior Director Barb Markham, I knew we had to pick a successor who could fill the shoes and live up to the standards that Barb had set, which is, you know, it's not easy to do, and we miss Barb a lot. Throughout a rigorous interview process, many great candidates came forward. However, one stood out to me. Beth Welkenbach, who had served on the Commission for Aging, had been active in our community for many years and had the experience and talent to lead our Senior Resources Department. Beth has been a great asset to the team, and I look forward to watching her grow and prosper in her new position. The resources I've discussed throughout this speech so far mean nothing if we don't have the staff to offer. Our personnel department, with Stephanie Field as director, manages benefits, payroll, and employee and labor relations for over 300 active employees and 550 retirees. Their dedication ensures that our workforce remains motivated, supported, and effectively managed. In recognition of her efforts, I'm thrilled to announce that the City of Westland has received the prestigious Apex Award for Outstanding Employer. This is a testament to the exceptional work done by our personnel department and the commitment to a positive work environment that we all share. I want to extend my congratulations to Stephanie, our personnel director, and our DEI director, Pascal Easy, who accepted the award on behalf of our city. Now, next up, I want to highlight Pascal. He's somebody that I've really enjoyed getting to know better. He's a hard worker. He's got a lot of passion. And as DEI director, he works to create an inclusive and welcoming environment for people in our city, no matter who you are, what you look like, or your background. Here's a few ways that he accomplished that this year. Just recently, over 120 people gathered at City Hall for the She Rocks Westland event, marking the first ever Women of Westland Week, which was our first ever event in the city of Westland, highlighting the contributions of great women in our community. And I had the opportunity to honor 3 outstanding women who have contributed immensely to making our city a better place. Judge Sandra Ferrant Cicerelli, the only person in Westland's history to serve in all 3 branches of government as city council president, mayor, and chief judge, she received the Lifetime Achievement Award. Her hard work and public service leaves a legacy that will positively impact the quality of life for our residents for decades to come. Esther Everett received a posthumous Strong Voice of Equity Award for her decades-long neighborhood advocacy and activism for the causes of fairness and justice for all people. And Lisa Chavez, a Westland mom, grandma, and Nankin Transit bus driver who won the Disability Inclusion Award for her tireless efforts in providing curb-to-curb transit services here in Westland. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, the DEI department also initiated a partnership with the Economic Development Department to host the first ever Bi-Minority Weekend and Expo that promoted minority businesses throughout our community. At the request of this department, Governor Whitmer declared May 14th as Michigan Wheelchair Safety Day, which encourages Michiganders to help make our community safe for wheelchair users. I was honored to have Miss Wheelchair Michigan stop by Westland City Hall to share her life experiences. It was incredibly informative, and I know that she appreciated the tour of our ADA accessible, beautiful Westland City Hall. Another thing I want to note is that this department's quarterly lunchtime conversations covering several topics have proved successful in engaging our city staff, our residents, and community stakeholders on social issues, promoting our compassionate city. Now, we know that none of these things that we're doing would be possible without the assistance of our IT, Innovation, and Technology team under Director Craig Brown. His department continues to be one of the leading IT departments in the state, and I want to highlight a few of their noteworthy accomplishments in 2024. We've launched a new online recreation portal for facility reservations and activity registrations. This user-friendly system covers the Jefferson Barnes Community Vitality Center, the Friendship Center, and our parks and recreation facilities, streamlining access to recreational services in Westland. Our city's network and server infrastructure is being upgraded to bolster system resilience and cybersecurity, enhancing our ability to protect vital information and operations. We've established the first ever cyber incident response plan, marking a significant milestone in our cybersecurity efforts. As you can see, we have a professional administration with a vision that I value each and every day, whether it's a lunar eclipse, a snowstorm, or Taco Tuesday. I appreciate all of our city staff for all of their hard work, and I want to take this opportunity right now, we have a lot of city staff here in the room, to thank you for all of your hard work every day. I don't get to interact with every staff member every day, but I just want to tell you how much all of your efforts and hard work mean to me and every resident in our city. Let's give our city staff a round of applause, too. Now, as we wrap up today's State of the City address, I want to leave you with a powerful vision that has guided our efforts, and we call it Building a Stronger Westland. Today, we've highlighted the strides we made and the plans for the years ahead, from upgrading our fire and police departments to investing in our parks, investing in our infrastructure, and boosting neighborhood services. These accomplishments are the building blocks of a stronger, more resilient city. They reflect our commitment to not only maintaining the high quality of life that we enjoy today, but also ensuring a brighter, more promising future for generations to come. In the coming months, you'll see us lay out our vision for Westland Mall, the future of our city center district, and lay out a clear plan to partner with the private sector and other levels of government to reinvigorate this area. You'll also see 2 brand new state-of-the-art fire stations and a training center fully funded by the state of Michigan. And I'd like to again thank our partners in the state legislature who are here today and the governor's office for their support of public safety here in Westland. You'll see us implement federal funding to rebuild several intersections throughout the city in order to make Westland safer for drivers and pedestrians. You'll see us work with the City Council to implement a responsible contracting policy so we can ensure workers on city construction projects are treated with dignity and paid their fair share. You will see us make major gains by continuing to improve our local economy through business attraction, investment citywide through beautification efforts, and a whole lot more. Building a stronger Westland is not just a slogan. It's a commitment to each and every one of you who call our great city home. It represents our collective aspiration to strengthen our community through thoughtful investments, innovative projects, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. As we look forward, let us carry the spirit of this theme into every initiative and every interaction. Let us continue to support one another, engage in open dialogue, and work together to build a city that we can all be proud of. We will find ways to innovate and learn from our counterparts across the country and other cities to deliver the best public safety services possible without breaking our budget. And we'll continue to make sure Westland is a place where all people, regardless of their background, are welcome to call home. Thank you for your unwavering dedication and support. As mayor, it isn't lost on me that I'm just one part of our great city's history. A city full of pride, progress, and promise. And together, we'll build a stronger Westland, a city where dreams are realized, challenges are met, and every resident has a seat at the table. Thank you.